Students, we have been given this question. We have a curve and a straight line having an intersection at the point A and at the point B. We are asked to find the values of A, B, C. In other words, they want us to get the coordinates. And there is also an information that there is a tangent at the point C. This is an extra information given, and that this tangent is parallel to the line AB. Of course, if they are asking us to find the equation of a tangent, then this information becomes critical. Okay, so let us start off by getting the coordinates of ABC. Now clearly you can see here, the line intersects. I'm giving you the solution here. The line intersects the point A at, now clearly you can see here, x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, what happens here? There is one point we already see here, x is equal to 0. So it's going to be 2y positive of 0 is equal to 8, and 2y is equal to 8. So y is equal to 8 over 2. So y is equal to 4. So the line intersects the point A at when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 4. So I'm going to state that 0, 4. So A is already got. So this is going to be 0, 4. Now the challenge comes to get this point B. That's the second part. To get B, we have to equate 2y positive x is equal to 8 and y is equal to 8 over x positive 2. So we need to perform that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this y and substitute it in 2y positive x is equal to 8. Or what you can do is you can rewrite this. So rewriting 2y positive x equal to 8, we get, so what do you get? You get 2y is equal to 8 negative x, y is equal to 8 negative x over 2. Now equating 1 and 2, equating, so let me take this as say some 3 and say this to be as 4. Equating 3 and 4, we get, so what do we get? You get 8 negative x over 2 is equal to 8 over x positive 2. You cross multiply, you will get 8 negative x times x positive 2 is equal to 16. You distribute this. This is 8 times x positive 16 negative x squared negative 2x is equal to 16. And I'm going to read this as negative x squared negative 2x and 8x. That's going to be negative positive 6x. And you have a 16 here. So positive 16 negative 16 is equal to 0. Now this is going to be negative x squared positive 6x. Now this is negative 16 positive 16, they get cancelled, so you get equal to 0. So what is this? If I were to multiply by negative 1 is equal to 0, I take a x out, I get x negative 6 is equal to 0. I get x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 6. Now when x is equal to 0, you need to get the value of y. So I'm going to utilize say y is equal to 8 over x positive 2. So this would give me 8 over 0 positive 2, 8 over 2, which is 4. So x is equal to 0, y is equal to 4. and when x is equal to 6, y is equal to 8 over 6 positive 2, right? And that's going to be 8 over 8, which is equal to 1. So this is going to be 6, 1. So the points that we have extracted here, actually, they give us, therefore we now have a 0, 4 and b is 6, 1. But that is not the end of the question. The question is complete only when we get the point C. So how are we going to get the point C? So to get the point C, we observe that to get C, we observe that at C there is a tangent. So that would mean if there is a tangent, definitely we will have to get the slope of the tangent. And this would mean we need slope of the tangent to the curve. But the tangent is parallel to AB. So this would mean we need to get the slope of AB. So my A is 0, 4, my B is 6, 1. So I take this as x1, y1, x2, y2. So M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 1, negative 4 divided by 6, negative 0. So this is going to give me negative 3 divided by 6, which is negative 1 over 2. So we got that slope. So this means slope of tangent is negative 1 over 2. Now you need to move one more step out. So what is that? So we will have to, we also know that dy over dx gives us the slope of tangent, right? Now since y is equal to 8 over x positive 2, we will have to find the differentiation of this particular curve. We need to get dy over dx. The question is how we are going to get this dy over dx. So I'm going to rewrite this as equal to 8 over x positive 2. So I push it to the numerator. I get 8 times x positive 2 raised to the power of negative 1. Okay. So we now have this 8 times of x positive 2 raised to the power of negative 1. I'm going to use chain rule. Let u be equal to x positive 2. So du over dx is 1. Over here, y is equal to 8 times u raised to the power of negative 1. So dy over du is 8 is a constant. So this differentiation is negative 1 times u raised to the power of negative 1, negative 1, which is negative 8 times u raised to the power of negative 2. This is my dy over du. So therefore dy over dx is dy over du multiplied with du over dx. So dy over du is negative 8 times u raised to the power of negative 2. Du over dx is 1. But my u is x positive 2. So x positive 2 raised to the power of negative 2, which can be rewritten as negative 8. Push this to the denominator. That would give you x positive 2 raised to the power of 2. So this is my dy over dx. So if I were to use say 5, from 5 what do we get? We get dy over dx is equal to slope of the tangent. So that means negative 8 over x positive 2 the whole square is equal to negative 1 over 2, right? Because we already got this value. The slope of the tangent is on the previous page. So we got this. That would mean 8 over x positive 2 the whole squared is equal to 1 over 2. So we can cross multiply, and that would give us the following. So 8 over x positive 2 whole squared is equal to 1 over 2. You cross multiply, you get what? 8 times of 2 is equal to x positive 2 the whole squared. This is 16 is equal to x positive 2 whole squared. So therefore x positive 2 is equal to root of 16, which means x positive 2 is equal to 4, or x positive 2 is equal to negative 4. Now this is moved to the other side. You get x is equal to 4 negative 2, you get x is equal to 2. And this is moved to the other side. You get x is equal to negative 4 negative 2, x is equal to negative 6. But you see the graph is actually on the positive side. If I take this as x-axis, this is on positive side. So x will be equal to 2. So we take x is equal to 2. This means x is equal to 2 is put in y is equal to 8 over x positive 2, because that's a curve. So this in turn would give me y is equal to 8 over 2 positive 2, 8 over 4, which means 2. So therefore C is 2 comma 2, right? So that's how you get the coordinates. Okay, now this is not the end, because we will have to move one step up to get the volume. So we are asked to find the volume when you perform the rotation, right? So volume generated has to be calculated. So that's exactly what I'm going to show you here. So required volume is given by pi times integral 0 to 6. That's the coordinate, right? You will have to take the coordinates from this end to this end. So that's why I'm taking it as 0 to 6. And the curve, right? So the curve is 8 over x positive 2. And you have to take the square because of the formula. So this is going to give you pi times 8 squared integral 0 to 6 1 over x positive 2 squared times dx. Now what I'm going to do is I will make the substitution. Let x positive 2 be equal to, say, sum u. So dx is equal to du. You don't have to touch the limits. Let the limits be as it is. So 64 pi times integral. You don't have to place the limits now. Just substitute the substitutions that we have taken here. So it's going to be 1 over x positive 2 is u. You have a u squared there. In place of dx, you have du. Now this can be rewritten as 64 times pi integral. You push this to the numerator, u raised to the power negative 2 times du. You integrate this. This would give you u raised to the power of negative 2 positive 1 divided by negative 2 positive 1. You don't have to place the limits as yet. This is 64 pi u raised to the power of negative 1 over negative 1. You push this u down, you get 64 pi. You have a negative 1 here, place it over there. This becomes 1 over u. But what is u? U is x positive 2. So it's going to be 1 over x positive 2. Now you place the limit 0 to 6. Now this is equal to negative 64 pi. You place the upper limit 6 positive 2 minus the lower limit, that's going to be 1 over 2. So this is going to give you negative 64 pi 1 over 8 negative 1 over 2, which is equal to negative 64 pi. LCM is 8. You get 1. You get 4. And you get negative 3 over. I'm going to use this space here. This is equal to negative 64 pi times negative 3, right? Divided by 8. 8 divides here 8 times negative, negative, positive. And 8 times 3 is 24 pi. And that would be cubic units. cubic units. This unit is very important. So this is the required answer. 24 pi cubic units is the solution. Thank you, students.